What's up, humans, and welcome to a new Psicoactivo. Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay. I know I had a really late night video yesterday. I hope you liked it. It's kind of like a little breakdown and summary of how the Psicoactivo came about. But today I have a couple of things that I want to talk to you guys about. The first one is Representative Luna, who a few days ago I reported that she did some cryptic tweets. One was something that was going to happen yesterday that had nothing to do with UFOs, but the other one is for next week, which is what Jared Moskowitz has been hyping. Also, he did some statements on the Daily Mail, and then he responded to Luna's tweet. And now on the Benny show, Benny Johnson spoke to Congresswoman Luna, and they gave a few hints on what this could be about. Here's Congresswoman Luna with Benny Johnson talking about this upcoming event. Here it is.
Point. Okay, so so how do you regain trust? Something that is near and dear to your heart, because you're young and because you're a young mother and you're raising children. You want, presumably, you want to trust your government. You want to trust federal law enforcement. And I assume this has something to do with your massive announcement that you teased earlier in the week, where you said, "I am going to do something that will change the face of the American government forever." Here's the exact language of your post that went thermonuclear. "I have an announcement next week that will impact the entire nation. Press conference to be announced soon." Everyone's wondering if it's aliens, but maybe it goes even deeper than that. Congresswoman, can you tell us?
I think it's bigger than that. I think, without getting too much into the details, and the date will be posted soon. You'll find that date for the press conference. I'd actually encourage everyone to tune in, and we're going to be opening it up, if we can, to some independent journalists as well. But I think that for far too long, people have been lied to by their government, and I think the way that you regain trust and you really help restore the nation, and I think bring back not just, I think, hope, but also, and remember, hope is contagious, but you really help it to secure it for future generations. I think that you have to have a fully transparent government. And so I won't get too much more into the details, but we're going to be doing something really big. So I am happy that I was entrusted with this, and I'm going to be doing some good stuff with some incredible people, and I'll leave it at that.
Wow. Okay. So the obvious follow-up question there is, if you're talking about transparency with the American people into their government, Kash Patel on this program months ago saying it's time for a government declassification office. Is it going to be something like that, where we'll be able to actually not have any more state secrets, something like that?
I will wait till the press conference, but what I will say is that, the Senate has a job to do. They would do right by the American people and do right by, I think, themselves if they don't block the confirmations of RFK, Tulsi, and Kash Patel.
Yeah, so what I can tell you guys about that is that this coincides with the potential and possible release of the JFK, RFK, and MLK assassination files. If they do declassify them completely, I already spoke to Jeff Cruikshank, and he said that it could potentially be very, very harmful for not just the US, but also my country and other countries that may have been involved in those assassinations. The thing is, I think that this hint has to do potentially with a new declassification office. Back in 2024, there was the Public Interest Declassification Board. It was led by Georgetown alumni Mary DeRosa, who resigned last year in 2024. And when President Joe Biden was still in office, he did not hire a replacement for her. So right now, there hasn't been a chairwoman or chairman of this Public Interest Declassification Board. And I think that it's possible Congresswoman Luna could be that next person to be at the top of this. And she's also been hyping Elon Musk quite a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if she wanted some help from him. But I have another clip that I got to share with you guys of potential and more than likely FBI Director Kash Patel, who was on Shawn Ryan last year. And he floated an idea that I think could also be tied to this. So here's Kash Patel on Shawn Ryan. A 24/7 declassification office. I don't know if that's ever been done before, because the problem with classification in the US is arguably one of the most concerning ones, because overclassification has been one of the issues that the US has had to fight for decades now. And let's not beat around the bush here. It has to do with stuff like the JFK files, stuff like a pandemic, stuff like UFOs, you know. It has to do with that because these three-letter agencies are always up to no good. And every decision they make in the name of national security, it affects a lot of people, always. There hasn't been an instance where they make one transcendental decision that doesn't affect a lot of people. So there needs to be more oversight and more control over the classification of stuff. And if this happens, of course, it's tied to UFOs. The reason Luna said it's more important than UFOs is because if it is this, it doesn't just have to do with UFOs. It has to do with everything. So if you declassify a lot of the stuff that has been demanded to be declassified, I think it is more important than UFOs because it includes UFOs, but it has a lot of other stuff too, potentially about the nature of reality, potentially about things in history that happened that haven't been told truthfully. You know, there's a lot of stuff. Even the September 11th stuff, that's a tricky one too. So we still don't know if this will happen, but let me tell you what the Public Interest Declassification Board is supposed to do. What is supposed to happen with this board is that they advise the president and other national security officials on declassifying records. They meet monthly to recommend declassification. This can change because if they take Kash Patel's advice, this would be a 24/7 endeavor. So it's not going to be just Luna. She's probably going to have a large staff under her control. So that's encouraging. And then this office also, they give the president the final decision on whether to declassify the records or leave them as such. So with the upcoming JFK release of these files, if this office is put in place before that happens, it's possible that Congresswoman Luna and her staff are the ones that look at these documents and alongside President Trump, they make a final decision. And judging on how invested Congresswoman Luna is on UFO transparency, if she gets her hands on the actual unredacted documents of the JFK files, I do think that there's a good chance she might get them declassified and get everything declassified, especially if it pertains to UFOs. But I don't know. So far, and I'm being completely honest here, I don't really trust any government. And so far, there hasn't been like a sign from them that they are willing to be transparent on stuff, because what Trump said about drones, that was not convincing at all. That seemed like something prepared to say, you know? So I'm not holding my breath, if I'm honest with you. I hope so. I'm hopeful, but so far the signs are not very encouraging. But let's see what happens. If it's not a declassification office, what could Congresswoman Luna be talking about? Because I even saw James Fox, the documentarian, hyping up Luna's tweet. So maybe he knows something too, and it does have to do with this. Just a lot of different signs that point towards this. So maybe, I guess. I hope so. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that we're going to get a proper declassification office? And if Luna is going to be the one leading it, do you think she could give us finally what we've been asking for this long? Fingers crossed. So far, Luna seems like she knows some stuff. She seems like she's seen some stuff. And all the hints point towards she being one of the people that may reveal something. But I don't know. Let's hope for the best. Yeah. Okay. If you like the content you see, I'm going to ask you to please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can get notified when a new video drops. If you want to support the channel in any other way, we have a members channel in the description. There are a couple other links where you can support the channel. Thank you for everything you help. Every single bit of help you send is always appreciated. So thank you. And that's going to be it for me right now, but I got another video coming later today. I'll see you guys then. And remember, stay curious. Yeah. Bye.